applied to RidgeWood State University and the New York Academy of Arts.
And you got into both?
Nah, just NYAA.
Wow. So you're going to school with Star and Raina? That's great. I'm proud of you, Matt.
Good morning, friendships. It is January 11th. It is the 11th day of Flyaway's 12th birthday celebration. Today we will be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing a speed build. For those who are familiar with the original Flyaway, it was originally a college series. So we are here in RidgeWood State University. That is the college that they attended in the original version. So we will be going ahead and we will be doing a speed build of what I think the college would look like if the show was made today and not in 2013. Obviously, it is 12 years later, so I know how to build now, so it's not going to be an exact replica. Here over to the side, this is what it looked like. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put down the size of terrain that we want. We don't want it to be too big because then that leaves us with way too much space, but we want to make sure that we have enough space so we can do a mix of dorm/campus. So I'm going to pick this lot because I think it's the perfect size. I'm going to go ahead and call this lot RWSU, as that is the abbreviated version of RidgeWood State University, the school they went to. And I'm going to hit accept, and I will see you when we get there. Alrighty, and we are in the lot now. I'm going to go ahead and move the mailbox and the trash can over here so they're not in the way. We're going to go ahead and start with a foundation so that way we can build on top of it. I'm not going to talk through the whole entire thing. I will do little pop-ins and give some little explanation as to why I've picked the things that I've picked, and or just to for some commentate here and there. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna give it kind of this nice little city, modern kind of look, if you were to go downtown. I don't really have too much to say for the actual general building part right here. I did use a bit of a blueprint just so we could kind of get an idea. I had an idea of what I wanted it to look like, but I wanted it to be a bit more, I don't know, to my styles and tastes. I wanted it to look like a nice modern college. This is kind of the part where I learned that you can recolor the steps, but they recolor individually, and oh my gosh, this took quite a lot of time. But yeah, that's really all I really have for this part, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'll be quiet, you guys enjoy it, and I will pop back in soon. Okay, that is basically the portion for the outside. So now we're gonna go inside, and we're gonna go ahead and split up the living from the actual school itself. So in the original Flyaway, basically the campus that they lived on, I think the original Flyaway is unlisted now. Just as like it doesn't really full on represent Flyaway anymore. But if anybody's ever interested to look at that, I would be willing to share. It is subtitled, so you do have to read it. The captions do go pretty fast. But yeah, Flyaway used to not be a voiceover series. But anyways, so the campus that they lived on, it had classrooms attached. So they had like their living quarters and their classrooms were part of it. So that really highly inspired the way that I wanted this to look. As we get farther along with the video, I do continue to add on to the build. So I will be uploading the shell of this place, so don't worry. The more that gets edited as the video goes on, the shell looks just like it. I won't be like uploading the furnished version of this place, as it will be very CC heavy, but if anybody is interested, I would be willing to help. But yeah, so basically right now we are just going through and adding in the bedrooms for the living. A handful of it does get changed when it's time for me to decorate, but yeah, so I'm gonna be quiet and we're gonna continue to add the rooms, and then we'll add the classrooms on, and then we will begin decorating. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Okay, so now that we've finished building the rooms for the dorm, we are going to be building the rooms for the campus portion. So this one I did kind of use kind of like a floor plan, just so we kind of like fit the aesthetic of a school building. Like I said with the dorm portion, a lot of this does get edited, so the rooms in the blueprint will match. Well, not the blueprint, but in the shell, they will match the rooms here, so they just won't be furnished. But yeah, so I've gone ahead and I've added in a handful of rooms to the bottom floor. Basically, I wanted it to feel like a school, but like kind of like a. I went for more of like a modernist groovy kind. You'll see the groovy come in a little bit later. Right now I'm building the library because I love libraries, especially really big ones, except I didn't build this building really big, so there's no 2 floors. Maybe I'll give like a library build a go in the future, but for now we're just building a dorm. This is going to be the music room, and then we've got some other little classrooms, some of which do get edited a little bit later, but these are my classrooms, and I'm pretty proud with how the inside of the build came. I'm not really, building is not really my strong suit, but I've gotten pretty good at it over like the last few months. So I'm pretty proud of it. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be quiet. You enjoy the rest of this, and I'll be back when it's time to decorate. Okay, so now that we've got the general build of our dorm / college, it's time to go in and decorate it. I think decorating is probably my stronger suit when it comes to any type of build. So I'm gonna go ahead and I will explain my thought process through a majority of this, or as best as I can. Right now we are decorating the living room. So I wanted to make sure that it felt like a very nice, homey space for 8 Sims. In the original Flyaway, Zach and Connor actually did not go to... Well, they went to college, but they did not attend RidgeWood State University. They attended Cambridge, I believe, which was... No, I'm wrong. They attended Union State, which was kind of like their, like... It was just another college in RidgeWood State. No, I'm sorry. I can't words. It was just another college in Ridgewood Heights, yes, because they live in Bayertown, Ridgewood Heights. So really our college members here are going to be Matt, Dustin, Star, Raina, Sunshine, Sydney, Riley, and Abby, which is really funny because in the finale, Dustin obviously does not go to college. And Sunshine and Sydney and Riley and Abby, they all went to different colleges. So the only people that really actually went to college in the finale together, as you know, was Star, Matt, Raina, Zach. But in the original Flyaway, they all went to college. And I thought about it and I thought, well, if Flyaway were made today, I think it would probably be a community college. So even though this is a dorm, they probably would stay at home. So they'd probably be attending a community college. And I think, well, because Dustin doesn't want to go to college, so I think it'd work out best in their favor. But yeah, originally Dustin, he doesn't want to go to college. So here, I'm like, yeah, he stays with them, but that's because he stayed with them in the original Flyaway. Whereas in the reboot, he doesn't go to college. So, but this is our living area, basically like the student, like, I don't know the word I'm looking for. We've got our piano, we've got our pool table, we've got the fish tank because I love fish. And of course I made the PlayStation pink because pink's my favorite color and Star is our main character, so duh. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with like the actual decorating for this one. We only have one bathroom in the dorm area, as that's kind of how, like, not really how it usually is, but that's usually how I decorate my dorms. Plus, this is like their shared living space. Normally, I would have gone through and given them like individual bathrooms in their rooms, like they had in the finale, but I didn't do that here. So they just have one bathroom. Now, obviously, gameplay-wise, they do have bathrooms in like the dorm not the dorm, in the campus portion, so they won't all be fighting for one toilet. But yeah, in the living area, they only have one toilet. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna decorate Matt's bedroom. So Matt is, he's a very type A personality kind of character. Very much so like myself. I think that is one of the things that him and Star for sure have in common. They both need things done in a certain way. When it comes to rules, they're both very serious rule followers. You will not catch them breaking the rules, and if they do break the rules, it's gonna eat them alive. He has to have things done a very certain way. He can be very pedantic at times, which I think is kind of funny, because in the finale he says to Star, "When did you become so pedantic?" And who's he to speak, considering he's very high-strung himself. Decorating his room, I think, was a mix between easy and hard. It's like, I know his character deep down, but like when it comes to like game-wise and content-wise, I don't have enough to like resemble him to the full extent. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for Matt. I did use the mood boards that I made for the real show, so that way I could get their rooms down to a T, personality-wise at least. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Matt. I'm gonna pop out. I will be back when it's time for the next character, so I'll see you soon. Okay, we are back. We are doing Dustin's room now. Dustin is he's... I wouldn't 100% say he's rebellious. He's just... I'm trying to find the best words to describe him, without being disrespectful. He's not much of a rule follower like Star and Matt would be. He's in at least the first season, he's kind of like our punk rock guy. He's a skater, so he's very much more sporty than Matt. He likes to play the guitar, he likes to draw. All of my characters in some way or another are very artsy, whether that be drawing or playing an instrument or both. But yeah, Dustin, he's kind of like our king of rock, and he's very messy. So messy is very, very big for Dustin, because he's got a mess everywhere. Like in the real show, he leaves a plate of syrup on the floor and Sunshine's soccer ball gets in it. But yeah, Dustin, I guess he's also one of my favorite characters because he's just so moody all the time, and he's got no, like, obviously he's had a really hard time with like his mom and his dad. So that kind of explains why he's moody all the time, and that plot does continue on into the real show. But yeah, Dustin, he doesn't really care as much about the rules. He's just kind of like, he's a little bit more like, I guess, I want to say he's a bit more laid back, but like, yeah, he's just moodier. He's our moody little boy, but we all love him anyways, even though he says a lot of dumb stuff and he gets himself in quite a lot of trouble. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Dustin. He's just very sporty, not clean, very messy. I'm gonna end up repeating myself a lot, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it for Dustin. I'm not gonna pop away just yet because we're basically done. Then I decided to decorate the cafeteria. I didn't put a cafeteria into the campus portion, and I realized it would have made sense for me to do that, considering like you eat at home and then you eat at school as well. But the way I did it when I played with the Flyaway Sims when they were in college, they mainly only ever ate at the dorm restaurant. Because when I did filming voice, actually, when I filmed, they would have a lot of the food in their room because they had like microwaves and fridges, so they could prepare a lot of meals for themselves, or they would eat in the cafeteria. So I only added in one cafeteria because when you play The Sims University Life anyways, the cafeteria is in the dorm portion. So now it's time to decorate the upstairs. This is the part where I realized that my rooms were actually way too small. So I had to go through and I had to adjust a lot of it. I even put their windows in so that way I could kind of like measure how like wide the rooms actually were. And this is when, actually I didn't fully realize it yet, but there's not enough room for Sunshine up here. So it won't be shown exactly right now, but at some point Sunshine's bedroom does get moved downstairs. So right now we're gonna go ahead and decorate Star's bedroom. There's not too much I have to say about Star, as well we all know how Star is. She's very bubbly, very sweet, very cute. Like, her favorite color is the color pink. Can't forget Mr. Snufflebuns, of course. Like, the show would not be the show without Mr. Snufflebuns, and I can't believe we had like, what was it, like 15 episodes? No, we had 18 episodes. I guess, yeah, I'm gonna go with 18. We had like 18 episodes without Mr. Snufflebuns, and I can't believe that, because episode 18 of the first season, not the original one, but of the reboot, was Mr. Snufflebuns' very first debut, and I'm like, wow, and he's everybody's favorite. So Star, obviously, she went to school for, she went to art school for fashion design. So I had to make sure to get her her sewing machine in there. I basically just kind of went through, grabbed a whole lot of things that basically either shouted Star or were fashion design wise. I don't really have too much to say for her, as we all know how she is. So I'm gonna pop away, and I will be back when it's time for the next character. See you soon. Okay, so now we're gonna decorate Raina's room. Except this is where I realized that Sunshine doesn't have a room. So I ended up doing a little bit of shuffling so I can get it to work out. And I realized, okay, well then we're just gonna turn in one of the classrooms downstairs into Sunshine's room so Sunshine can have a room. So now I have to go back through and fix the wallpapers and the doors. And yeah. So Raina is my shy artist. I really believe that if she never met Star, or Matt, I guess, for that regard, because she knows Matt because of Star, Um, that if she never met Star, I think she would be very much so a loner. I don't think she would really go out of her way to talk to everybody else. She's kind of like, okay, it's funny because it's like she's kind of like the mom of the group, but she's also just like, she's not as shy as Star, but she is pretty reserved in her own regards, and she's just very artsy, and I feel like she's kind of like, I guess she's more scene than she is goth, because she does like yellows and some of more like the earthy tones. Her colors would be black, dark red, red in general, yellow, and then, like I said, the earthy colors. She's more of like a fall. I did use the mood board for her. I'm like, Irina, Star, Matt are like the characters I think I'm probably the closest to, but I still used the mood boards because I used the mood boards when I made them in Body Shop, because I wanted to kind of resemble who they actually are. So she is my like hardcore main artist, like the painter. She likes to paint. Star does sewing, Matt does like digital art, Dustin plays music, but Dustin also does digital art too, but he's more of like a mechanic. Whereas Reina, she's full on paint and drawing. So I made sure that like I resembled her room with a lot of art and with the stuff to make art, and yellows. So yeah, that's pretty much all for Reina. She is definitely one of my favorite characters. She likes crystals. She's kind of my character who I think might be the one to do tarot reading, but I don't know, that could be Abby too. We'll get into that when we get to Abby. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Reina. And I just realized I think I deleted Reina's blanket, because Reina did not have a blanket when I finished this. So now I'm realizing as I look back on this that I'm gonna have to go back and add that blanket back in. Okay, now we're doing Sydney. Sydney, she hangs out with the boys a lot, but she is my dancer. So in in animated Flyaway, I imagine Sydney went to like a dance school, kind of like Juilliard, because she really likes to dance. She's very into fitness and into like health. So I didn't really go full on out on Sydney. I'm not gonna lie, she's not one of my favorite characters. I'm not the closest with her. So I decorated to the best extent that I could. I'm sure I could have put in way more effort for her, but honestly, I'm just like, I like Sydney, but she's not my favorite. So I kind of got the point across with her bedroom. Definitely could have done a lot more, but I think this really screams Sydney and who she is, because she's girly, but she also likes to kick it at the skate park. Okay, so now we're doing Riley's room. Riley is she's very like chill and reserved, and she very into groovy. So when I did her room, I tried to replicate it as like a groovy person, but also kind of like the beach, because her favorite season would be summer. So she likes to go to the beach, and she likes seashells, and she's just kind of like very calm and laid back. She likes picnics and mushrooms and basically anything that you would find at like some of those small mom and pop shops. So I made her room like a merge of like the beach and disco. So yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say for Riley. Other than that, just she's one of my other favorite characters, but like some of them, they're a little bit more like, you can only do so much with their room. So I'm gonna pop out, and I will be back when it's time for the next character. Okay, lastly on this floor we have Abby. Abby's room is like it's biggest horizontal wise, but not like, she can't have a double bed. I don't know why I'm blanking so much on my words today. So Abby, even though her room is bigger, it's not wider. So she gets this cute little bunk bed with the desk underneath. I feel like that really fits Abby's aesthetic. She's very studious. She likes school. She likes cooking. She likes turtles. So she's very big on like Earth. So I think she really likes the Earth. She's really big on saving the turtles. We've got a whole plot in the real show about how she goes out of her way to save the turtles and get into good colleges and polar bears, and she's really into the moon. Like I said, I think when I think about her and Raina's kind of that person that's like gonna sell like crystals that give off like an aura, but Abby's kind of the person that would like she's gonna do a lot of protests for what she believes is right. She's gonna do a lot more like organic cooking. She's kind of the person that like fully believes on like astrological sides and the Mercury retrograde, and that's kind of like who Abby is. Her and Riley, they go really nicely together, as like Riley also is like really big on the environment. So while Abby's gonna be doing like protests to save the turtles and stuff, Riley is more to like, she's gonna want you to wear things that like contribute to the environment. So it's like, oh, if you buy this shirt or whatever, you're basically donating money to save a tree or whatever. So I think they both go very hand in hand when it comes to the earth. And Abby's color is obviously red. So I kind of decorated Abby's room the way that I think fits Abby's aesthetic, which there's the moon painting, and she's got plants, and she also really likes the summer, and she's also into like cutesy stuff. In the animated version, she was a tutor, and she helped out with like the children's schools, and then in the rotational play, she actually had a job in cooking, but now she's got a job in teaching, so she kind of went back to like her roots of like teaching. So I think it kind of like flops around a lot. She really likes cooking, but also she likes to help students and academic stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for Abby. I think we're pretty much near done her room anyways, so I will see you when we get to Sunshine. Okay, so we've made it downstairs. It is time to do the very last room in the dorm, which would be Sunshine. Sunshine is my 100% outdoorsy person. She likes to go camping. She likes to go on hikes. She likes to sit by the fire. Basically, like, the nature is her second home. It's like her home away from home. It helps her calm down, and I think I don't know, that's just who I envision Sunshine to be. She just really likes outside. She likes to play the drums, and she plays sports because she does soccer. She got a soccer scholarship. In the finale, it's stated that she goes to California State because she has a soccer scholarship, and she's done soccer. It wasn't really fully established in the animated show, but Sunshine is a lesbian. I did touch a little tiny bit, a teeny tiny, not a lot, so I guess it was really one of those things that like you just like really fully had to pay attention to. She did have a girlfriend in the finale when Zach's all, oh, I wonder what everybody else is up to. She had a girlfriend. She met her girlfriend in the show. Her name was Amara. She met her girlfriend through sports. In the rotational play, she ends up not being with Amara anymore, only because I wasn't really bonding with Amara, but she ends up with a new girl who happens to be her wife, whose name is Dahlia Herrera, or I guess now it's Dahlia Stevens, which I really recommend checking out the rotational play. If you haven't, there's no videos, as I don't have the energy to do that, but I will put a link in the description for the rotational play on my site. It's very much worth a read, and yeah, Sunshine is definitely one of my favorite characters. I love how witty she is, and she's always got banter with Dustin, and she literally can't stand Dustin. But yeah, so Sunshine, basically, she's very into like, she kind of like, she has like her own like idea of like a bachelorette pad where it's just kind of like outdoorsy, full of like lights, candles, fire, plants. She really likes plants. So like, she's not like into the earth like Abby and Riley are, but she likes a good plant. Okay, we are back. Funny that I say that as if I haven't been talking for however many minutes it's been, but we are actually decorating the campus portion of the building now. The thing with big builds is there's a lot to decorate, and I think it's kind of funny because I really have no use for this campus. So I put in a whole lot of effort, kind of for nothing, especially since I'm only uploading the shell. So it's not like anybody else is really going to get use out of these fully decorated rooms. I would upload the shell, but it is very CC heavy, and I know a lot of people don't like to download a lot of CC and then like terms of service. I don't want to get in trouble for uploading other Simmers CC, but if anybody would like any like recommendations or any pointers, or if they have a specific piece of CC, I will do my absolute best to help you out. But right now I'm decorating the computer lab, as I believe that is a key room to have in schools. Just so that way they can like do their homework or whatever, or I don't know. See, when I was in college, we never really, I'm not saying we didn't have computer labs, but the only computer lab that I was fully aware with was in our video department because I worked there. Yeah, that's pretty much that. This is when I realized that I had the desk that I wanted all along. So I went through each and every single bedroom and I replaced the desk. And I realized a little too late that I didn't really need that OMSP to put that up there. I just needed something there. But yeah, so enjoy me replacing all of the desks. I don't really have too much to say about the actual campus itself, so I'm gonna be quiet. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the video. I will pop in for like any like commentary pieces. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for now. So I will see you in a little bit.
Did you get up today? Whoa. And are you doing okay? Whoa. Did you leave it all behind you? Or did you take it away? Whoa. Life will lead you in the right direction if you let it. Pause and take a second. I promise that you won't regret it. 'Cause all we had is here and now. All we have 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 is here. All we have is here. All we have is here.
And that is pretty much it for our RidgeWood State University build. Thank you so much for watching, if you did. It means a lot to me. I know this video is pretty lengthy. It's over 40 minutes long. But I had a lot of fun building this campus. And if you happen to use it, I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye, bye-bye.